What's going on, y'all? So I saw this cool little interview and have like maybe like 1 or 2 minutes into it, I thought it was worth discussing. So I want to enjoy it with you guys. Let's get into it. And just so you know, um, just to preface this first, look, I'm a fan of Jesse Lee Peterson, and the reason why is because the guy's hilarious. You, what he does, it's a talent, whether you like it or not. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. The guy is hilarious.
Welcome to the Father's State. I'm Jesse Lee Peterson. Thank you so much for being with me. I absolutely appreciate it. Remember to support the Father's State by going to thefatherstate.tv/donate. Also, support us on locals.com. Click the link in the description to continue to support our work. Thank you all so much. I have with me Perez Hilton. He is a media personality and blogger, best known for his celebrity gossip website. Perez.
Now, if you know anything about Perez Hilton and you know anything about Jesse Lee Peterson, first thing I want to say is just even seeing this. See, because this is the reason why I clicked on the interview. I clicked on the interview because this type of thing is not supposed to happen. Like you know that this is just a recipe for disaster.
Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
That's amazing. And so I don't know a lot about you. I do know what you do or have been doing. But I need to are you a Christian?
Like I said, he obviously didn't do his research about Paris Hilton before he came on the show. And for those of you that don't know, Paris Hilton is a homosexual man that basically his rise to fame was through like celebrity gossip blogging and all that kind of stuff. And it's just if you know Jesse Lee Peterson, he's like this devout conservative, you know what I mean? He considers Trump like the great white hope, you know what I mean? Like he's a devout conservative Christian man. So, you know, like, or I'll say that's what he presents himself to be. But at the end of the day, I don't know who. Kudos to whoever got this interview because this is classic.
No.
And you're not a Christian. Are you like Muslim or Catholic or what?
Not. I mean, I was raised Catholic, but I'm a believer in science.
In science?
Yeah.
Oh, but not in God.
Um, I would like to believe in God, but I can't. You know, there's so many different religions all over the world, and they all think they're right. And what's to
Yeah.
say that Muslim people are right and Christians are wrong, or Jewish people are right and Muslims are wrong? I would like to think maybe they're all right. Maybe it is true. I would say I'm agnostic. I don't believe, but I don't not believe either.
Oh,
So, as somebody who does who does believe in God and somebody who does believe or has a faith system rooted in Christianity, I will say that I'll give him his credit because what he said, if you actually look at it from a logical perspective, right, it was a valid answer. It was a valid answer. So I mean, whether you agree or disagree, the way that he answered the question was like it was a valid answer. You know what I mean? There's so much. You know what I mean? He's not downplaying people that do believe. You know what I mean? He's not trying to make himself seem superior to other people. You know what I mean? And you have to respect that. But what he's doing is he's just he's stating what he believes. He's saying that I just don't know. I don't know. He said I like to believe that there is, but I don't know. And I'm just saying that I want to, just and just being objective. You know, you got to give people their kudos for actually giving intellectual answers. Now, the fact that he believes in science and you know what I mean and lives a particular lifestyle is a little bit interesting, but you know what I mean that's neither here nor there. I digress.
I see. So you don't believe in God and you don't believe and you don't not believe because you it sounds like you don't see anybody else believing, so it's hard to know what's true.
Well, I see a lot of people believing, and I love that for them. I just am too
Yeah, Jesse, that's not what he said.
practical, rational. Uh, if things like if God were real, then why does cancer exist? Or I don't believe if God were real, in my opinion, I believe he would just be
Mm, so my response to that, if God were real, then why would cancer exist? I mean, technically, mm, I'm just saying, if we're going off of the religion of the people that believe in God, then yeah, I mean, when you introduce sin and all that kind of stuff into the world, guess what? A lot of things come with that, and unfortunately, not being perfect, not being or sickness and illness, those types of things exist now. It's just stuff that we got to live with, and I'm just saying. I mean, I just I don't think I don't think the existence of sickness invalidates the existence of God. You know what I mean? Just because unpleasant things happen, I don't think that they invalidate the existence of God. Is basically what I'm trying to say.
benevolent God. And there's so much bad that happens in this world because that's just life. That's how the world works.
And what do you mean?
Benevolent is subjective. I'll give you that, but you know what I'm saying. Like I said, it doesn't actually invalidate the existence of God. I think you need a stronger argument than just to say, "Oh well, there's bad things happening in the world, so I just don't believe that there's really a God out there." That's not a good argument. That's all. That in a nutshell. That's just not a good argument. If you if you want to say that you don't believe that there's some mystical man out there, because how could they do that, because science is only seen to the whatever, at least you're basing it on something like science, right? You're basing it on science. You don't believe in things that you can't see. But I just think that it's just interesting. I think it's interesting. I think it's interesting. I think it's interesting.
A benevolent God.
Meaning, people wouldn't die of cancer, people wouldn't be murdered, things like that.
Oh, I see. And so at one time you were a Catholic, you say, right?
Yes.
And then now you believe in science.
Yeah, facts.
And what do you believe about?
There's no factual evidence that there is life after death. Nobody knows that. We haven't gone through it.
Oh,
It would be nice if it were true, but I don't know.
and so you believe in facts.
Yeah, I think, you know, evolution.
I think that's valid. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna downplay people for basing their beliefs on that. I think that there's what I mean, if you believe in what you can see, what I mean, like we can see that there's storms happen. We can see that there are clouds in the sky. We can see that there's a sun in the sky. You know what I mean? If that's what you believe in, okay, that like I feel like that's fair. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, but you also have to expand your mind to realize that by the same token, it also doesn't disprove any of that either.
Scientifically proven.
Evolution is?
Yeah,
Do you believe that human beings evolved from animals?
that's been scientifically proven.
That they came from the apes?
Yes.
Really? Have you ever seen a ape?
Some people came from apes. I don't think. Yeah, yeah, we didn't come from apes, buddy. I'm just saying. Some people came from apes, but
Turned into a human being?
Over millions.
and I'm not even like on no racist stuff. Yeah, some people did, like some people do have Neanderthal and and other races of human beings mixed in. Now, for those of you that don't know, there were multiple species of human beings that were around. So I'm just no, you're not gonna. I'm not racist. I'm just saying. Some people did come from monkeys. And by monkeys, I mean, cavemen and ape people, early people. But overall, I do not think that the average everyday. I don't know. I don't know. A lot can happen.
Millions of years, it's possible.
But
It's
have
not even
you since?
possible. It has been.
Go ahead.
It's been scientifically proven. Yes.
But since being on Earth, have you ever seen a human being turn into an ape?
It would take millions of years to see that.
But have you ever seen it?
He's good. He's good. Usually Jesse Lee Peterson can trip people up with these silly questions. Cause let's just be honest. He's silly. He's being silly. I get what he's trying to do, and I get his points that he makes and that he stands on. But I'm just saying, yeah, he's being silly, and I think that Paris Hilton is, he's handled it pretty maturely, I guess.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I have read enough science, and
And yes, based off of evolution, yes, it would take millions and millions of years for human beings or monkeys to transition into either or.
believe scientists and people smarter than me.
Right, I understand that. But have you
Have
ever
you seen
personally
Have you seen God? Have you personally seen Jesus?
Here we go.
Has he
Yes.
expressed? You have. Oh,
Yeah.
tell me that.
And I will in a minute. But I want to go back
Okay.
to since being on Earth, have you ever seen a human being turn into an animal turn into a human being?
It's so silly, man.
No.
Do you personally know anyone,
Listen.
grandparents?
Okay.
It's silly, man. Come on, man. You gotta love this guy. You gotta love this guy. I'm sorry. It's silly.
I apologize. You didn't know much about me. I didn't know much about you. What are we going to be talking about today?
No, I'm just getting to know. I think it's really interesting that you believe in facts, but you don't.
Why do y'all celebrities tell me something? Tell me this. Riddle me this. Why do y'all celebrities answer interviews from these kind of people or for people in general, and y'all don't actually know who they interviewing? Shoot, can I get an interview? I'm on the come up. Can I get an interview? Shoot.
believe in God. So I just wanted to know more about that.
I don't really care about talking about that more.
You don't?
I don't particularly mean Paris Hilton either. I'm just saying in general. Like, shoot, is it that easy? Golly.
No.
What's important to you?
My children.
Your children? Oh, yeah? How many do you have?
3.
Nice.
And I'm a gay dad. Do you disapprove of that?
She said,
The
what now?
Bible. I'm a gay dad who wants to get married to a man. The Bible and very religious people are against things like that. What do you think of that?
I believe that human beings can do exactly what they want. That's their life. If they want to live in hell, they can live in hell on earth. Or if they want to live in heaven on earth, they can live in. I can care less either way.
I feel like that's a valid. I feel like that's the most straight laced and valid answer that he's given. But I'm gonna be honest. That's kind of like my approach too. You know what I mean? Like, I'll give you an example, right? Like, I'm personally pro-life, right? I'm personally pro-life, but I'm socially pro-choice. But I'm socially pro-choice under the context that you acknowledge that you're murdering or that you are taking the life of a baby. You know what I'm saying? You acknowledge that. Do whatever you want, murderer. Do whatever you want, killer. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I like. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, people commit crimes whether you approve of it or not. So you know what I mean? Like, yeah, yeah. So I say that to say that I kind of have the same approach with with just like people's lives in general. As long as what you're doing isn't affecting or hurting other people, do whatever you want. I could care less. You know what I mean? Just don't push that onto other people. Don't try to force what you do on the other people. And that's the problem that we see with a lot of these LGBTQ, etc. groups, the alphabet community. That's what we see. They do is they're trying to force and push this agenda down onto people. And the truth of the matter is, it's not cool. It's not cool. It's not cool at all. And that's why people take a stand from it. People believe it or not, most people, there are exceptions. Maybe might be more significant than I'm implying, but the average person doesn't really give a French toast what you do. Okay? Understand that. You're not that important in life. They might think it's gross. They're entitled to that.
I've never been cared about that.
Do you believe that there should be laws against same-sex marriage?
Same-sex marriage? No. I don't think that they have the right to impose on other people with it. As long as they do their own thing, keep to themselves with it, that's totally fine. But when they come trying to teach it to other human beings in schools and things like that, that's where the issue comes in. And sometimes they tend to impose, because they're so insecure about being whatever they are, they try to make society accept it by imposing. That's where you lose me.
Wonderful.
That makes sense, right?
Yeah, wonderful.
Since you mentioned that, I just want to know, how do you know that you're gay?
Yeah, I remember the Ugandan guy. Why are you gay?
What are we doing? I thought it was an interview. This is a very interesting chat. Okay. How did I know I was gay? I was born this way. I've always known.
But how do you know? How would you know that?
No, you weren't.
I have zero attraction to women. The idea of eating a vagina repulses me.
Oh.
You love to eat vagina?
No.
No?
Nope. It wasn't made to eat out. It was made to make babies. But
let
me ask you this.
No, I don't know about that now, Jesse. I don't know about that now, Jesse Peterson. I ain't rocking with you on that one. I ain't rocking with you on that one, buddy. I don't know about that.
You don't
Did you
pleasure
grow up
the
closer
woman
to your father or your mother?
You don't pleasure your partner, your wife, or whomever that way?
No.
Yeah, we don't say partner, buddy.
Oh, man.
Let me ask, did you grow up close to your father or your mother?
Doesn't matter.
Why not?
I grew up closer to my father.
You did. And why not your mother?
All right. I appreciate your time, and my time is valuable, and I have zero interest in continuing this conversation.
Jesus Christ.
And maybe we'll go viral.
Jesus Christ. Tell me this isn't the quickest ever walkout. Tell me, well, not walkout, but tell me this isn't the quickest rage quit ever in Jesse Lee Peterson, the Fallen State history. Tell me it ain't so.
You about to run already?
This is not what it was explained.
He's so petty.
Explained to me that I was going to get into, and I guess it's my fault for
We're not getting
not
into
doing
it.
my.
We're getting
It's all
into
good. It's all good. I have no desire to continue. I wish you well.
Are you about to run already?
Yes. Bye.
Why are you running? Bird!
Why are you running?
Whoa. He ran. He ran. We hadn't even gotten into anything. I wasn't know you bring up. I didn't know you were gay. I was gonna bring that up. He ran. Why did he run? Beta.
Beta.
Is that even worth putting out?
Yeah. Are we still recording?
Yeah,
Why did he run? I'm talking about producer on the side here. I really didn't ask anything deep, did I?
No, Oh, you didn't get anything. You didn't offend him or anything. You didn't.
I didn't offend him. I didn't ask him.
Didn't do anything.
I was doing a little follow up on what he was saying about God and science and blah blah blah.
What's important to him?
Right, what's important to him? That's what normal interviews do.
Okay, we all gotta see this. No, you saw it there, folks. Quickest storm out in the fallen state history. JayyRedd Unfiltered. I'm signing out. That was so uncalled for. He didn't even do nothing for real.